If you love somebody enough, follow wherever they go. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got.
We meet again, babe.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
Good.
You can bring the mic a little closer if you want to be scared.
I'm not scared.
Okay, so, yeah, it's been a few episodes since you've been on.
Yeah.
It's nice. Get it a little closer. Just a smidge. There you go. All right, so, welcome back to another episode of Body Language Podcast. This is episode 14. To my left, your right, is my beautiful wife, beautiful partner, confidant, partner in crime, road dog, best friend, Jessica Moore.
Yay. The baby's asleep. That's why we're kind of being quiet.
Yep. Baby's asleep, but she hasn't napped in the last 2 days for real, so
She's been sick.
she's due for a nap.
Yeah.
And we always shoot at night, and I wanted to shoot one during the day and showcase how beautiful you are and, talk about shit before we get a little buzzed for the night, you know what I mean?
I have no
Baby
idea
goes
what
to
you're
bed
talking
around 10 every night, so you're passing out around 11, so we have no time to shoot a podcast, so this is the perfect time. We got to get it in where we can.
Yep. Lots of things are like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Get it in when you can. There's a lot of things that we do in our life that are completely subjected to that one phrase.
I think
We got time, let's do it.
I think for most parents, it's like, it could be anything though. It could be like, with me, it's like putting on my makeup. It's like, you don't just put on your makeup when the baby's awake. It's like, you chase her with your most expensive makeup as she's running away while you were trying to do something else.
Yep.
Or you watch your Urban Decay eyeshadow hit the floor and you're like, please don't have shattered. You pick it up and just hold your breath. You're like,
hopefully it's not cracked.
yeah. But it's anything. So many parents, I feel like it's get it in like, it's like exercising. You're like all of our podcasts, like you're editing with any other things that you do.
Wait, how does that correlate with breaking your makeup?
Well, I was just saying get it in while you can. Like, it's a parent phrase that only parents will understand.
Yeah. That's true. I feel you on that. Today's movie we have for the podcast, can you guess what it is? You should know. I mean,
I know it. It's shut up.
Just relax. It's not a contest.
I know this movie.
Yeah, you do.
I love this movie. I can tell you the storyline.
It's one of my favorite movies, next to Breakfast Club.
I'm trying to think of the name. Like, I know the movie.
Okay, so today's movie we got playing behind us.
Just say it.
Is Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
That's duh. I could hear the story. Like, I could see her looking at him. I'm like, I know this movie.
It's one of my favorite movies.
It's so great.
But yeah, we always have like a TV show or a movie playing behind, the shooting of the podcast. And also, thank you guys for joining in with me last night for the soft cast. Started at around 11:30, went to around 12:30, right into Pop's birthday. So today's still happy birthday, Pop. Today's still technically his birthday. Yeah. We love you. We miss you. 75. I talked to Mimi. I couldn't remember if it was 74 or 75, but she said it was 75.
Man, oh man.
What a dude, man.
Literally never met a greater outlaw of a human being than him. Like, because Mimi doesn't watch this, I can say it. Like, he'd be in the laundry room nipping on some whiskey, and I'd go to pass by, and he'd look at me and then point at the bottle, and then look back at me, and I'd be like, yeah. And the first time he ever called me in there, he handed me the bottle. Okay, I just took a big sip of it, and I remember as it hit my mouth, I said, don't be a little bitch, this is Pop. So I swallowed it, and he looked at me, and he just said, damn, what a woman. And that was like the beginning of our relationship. After that, it was just like, I don't know, like in and out of smoking cigarettes. It's like we would sit on the porch and smoke and talk and like have moments where we would just, get to talk. He'd always walk up behind me and give me like hugs, and I don't know. He was just a very, very sweet man.
He was a great dude. Miss him.
Well, what's new? Current events, coronavirus. What the
Yeah, what the fuck is up with the coronavirus? I was going to bring that up a little bit later, but now's a good time. Yo, I have no idea, man. This is like some serious CDC
It's not that
zombie virus shit. All of Wuhan is on lockdown. 90,000 people hospitalized in a 10,000 person hospital. Nobody in, nobody out. Like 15 cases in America. I don't know how many dead.
Well, here's the part about coronavirus. Okay, so like if you look up the symptoms, it says like basically it's the flu. Like as far as symptoms, it's like runny nose, cough, this and that. But the part about coronavirus that's killing people is that it can like kind of more. Sorry, it's my uncle Richard. Hello. He
shout out Uncle Rip.
No, but it can morph into the pneumonia, and if it changes into pneumonia, it's not pneumonia that can be treated by any antibiotics. So that's why people are dying. So like if their immune systems can't fight off coronavirus, then the pneumonia that it morphs into is not treatable by antibiotics. So it basically just kills you. So like, what the hell? Like Ebola, that was scary. But it's like the fact that we have so many confirmed cases and it's so contagious via person. Like we have so many confirmed cases in America. So it's like scary.
It is scary, man. Like, what if it comes over here and starts taking out more Americans one by one? People who haven't been to China.
We already have the flu that people are dying from. Like, we don't need coronavirus too. But then also, how can you tell people that need to go to China?
It's such a shock that we don't have some sort of control over that. Like, we have little computers. I say the same saying. We have little computers that sit in our pockets. We can pinpoint where murderers and rapists are, who don't even have cell phones, who are hard to pinpoint. We can get tips and bust in, and we do the capabilities of the human. So many things we've reinvented and invent TV, the camera, and like the microphone, dude. Like the refrigerator. How do we not have something to block? Yeah. Something that's merely invisible.
That's where conspiracy theorists just say that it's population control, because they're just like, they do, but they don't give it to us. And so like that's the morbid part of being a human that pisses everyone off secretly, is they're like, that's the same way. I watched something the other day that brought things into perspective. We've only discovered in the massness of our ocean like a very small percentage of like what is in the ocean. Yeah. And so, but wait a minute, but we go like way farther into space, but there are things undiscovered on our own planet. It's like we're doing all these things to like spy on people and get espionage and stuff, but we're not putting the time and effort and money into like
bad people have to be caught. Bad people need to be reprimanded as well.
There's no doubt about that. But it's like, what about preserving the people that are already here?
Well, that's true. But I think there's other ways and there's other things going on in the world, that there's other groups of people that have banded together, that have started organizations and companies and groups that take care of like on earth problems, and then there's people who, like you said, there's a conspiracy about population control. I think that's bullshit. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all.
No, but I'm saying that's why they run with it. Is that?
And I also think that it's simply one of those things where, kind of like global warming, people bitch about it consistently over and over again. 10 years down the road, the things that people were bitching about are getting brought up in conversation because they're happening to us. The ozone layer is disappearing, ice caps are melting, the water levels are rising, summers are hotter, our winters are colder, but at the same time, they're also hotter. We'll have, like right now, it's like 50 degrees with a bunch of wind, and then tomorrow it'll be 30 degrees, and the day after that it'll be 72 degrees with the sun out.
That's why everyone stays so sick.
And that's why people stay sick. So when they say wash your hands, wash your food, take care of your immune system so you can be prepared for things like the coronavirus, they were saying that it started in like a market between like a dog or it was something like that. But now they're saying it's from bats.
Well, they were keeping live seafood by live animals.
Live animals, that's what it was. Yeah, and seafood. But now they're saying it's from bats. Whatever the case may be, dude, I feel like the human species needs to get a little bit more apt and under control on to take care of the human vessel, the human body, so we can learn to live longer and utilize all these things that we're inventing, like, reinventing the TV, the car, the camera, the phone, the computer, all of that. It's just like the mounds of technology and mental space and time that it takes to invent those things. You would think that we would protect the body that those inventions come from. So things like the coronavirus is puzzling for people like me. Somebody who's simply just gone to high school and has got no further education than that, have common sense and street smarts. It seems silly to me.
No,
man.
it's silly. It's definitely silly.
But then again, what the fuck do I know? But it's also worrisome because we're right here by the CDC. We're so close to Atlanta,
Shifting to more morbid, but just so we can get it out of the way, Kobe Bryant. That was sad.
Yeah, I brought that up last night.
It was very sad.
It just goes to show that my wife doesn't watch our podcast unless she's in them.
How about you just filmed it last night?
I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. Yeah, I brought that up last night.
No, I don't watch the podcast that I'm in because I think I look stupid on camera. So I don't do it.
But, no, I said you don't watch the podcast that you're not in. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Last night I spoke briefly about Kobe Bryant and his wife and his kid. I touched on the other family a little bit. But my ending point was I don't know how Mrs. Bryant is carrying on right now, because if you and Rowan or you and Olive or you, three of y'all died and I had to live on, I would die, dude. There's no way I could move on from that.
Yeah.
I would fucking die.
I'm sure she's just a mess.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone else is, like, that's how it would be. I'd be catatonic. People would just have to, like, dress me and do stuff. Because
sometimes I think you're like, yeah, this bitch wants to kill me.
Well, that's not to be argued, but if you died tragically, I would definitely...
Yeah.
Especially, like...
Before your time?
Not in a bad way, but it wasn't just him.
Yeah, it was his daughter and a whole family. A whole family.
Yeah, it was one of his kids, too. And I'm sure she knew the other family as well, so it's like...
Well, the other family was his daughter's basketball coach. He was an Oregon basketball... I think, yeah, he was like the Oregon Ducks basketball coach, but him and Kobe had got together to train Gigi for the WNBA.
Wow.
And it just so happened that his family, the coach's family, was on the plane. Yeah.
Wow.
It's awful, I know.
Let's shift gears to not more.
Like I said last night, prayers and vibes and shout out to the Bryant family and the rest of the families that were lost in
I'm
that.
not sure you'll ever see this, but we're thinking about you.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter if you're gonna see it or not, man. You're still a human being, and it's awful to live through. Sorry for your loss.
This movie is so funny. It's so awkward, but it's so funny. There's so many awkward moments in this movie where it's like...
He's wearing a Popeye shirt. All right, so anyway, I guess we're about 10 minutes into this podcast now. Go ahead and give our sponsor a shout out. Golf to Go. Golf2go.com, the quickest, most smooth, fast food surf and turf and pizza delivery on the Gulf Coast from South Foley to West Pensacola. If you're in Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, Fort Morgan, give us a call. Link in description, www.golf2go.com. There is an arrangement of restaurants. I mean, literally, you can order ice cream if you want. If you want fucking Dippin' Dots, call. They'll bring it to you. If you want pizza, call. Literally everything short of beer and liquor, they will bring it to you. We have over 20 restaurants to choose from on the website. Home phone, home app, link in description, www.golf2go.com. Quickest, most smooth island Gulf Coast delivery from South Foley to West Pensacola. Give us a call.
I heard they have cute delivery boys too. Just saying.
Yeah, there's there may be a tall, tattooed blonde man to deliver your food occasionally.
Hit them digits. Order your food. Yeah.
It may happen. It may not. We have a lot of loyal drivers, a lot of loyal customers who prefer certain drivers. So It may happen. But I also do like very specific orders now too. So it's like I don't get all the other orders that everybody else gets. I don't get all the other work that everybody else gets. I get different work. But anyway, golf2go.com, link in description. Also, I'd like to throw in a small dedication to my buddy Brandon. His dog passed away today. His dog was an adorable like lab bulldog mix. She was bleach white, and she was the sweetest thing. Her name was Cookie.
She was so happy.
Cheers, Cookie. We're gonna miss you. Yeah, she was so happy.
We love you.
I just saw her 2 days ago, and last night she passed away at the vet. Yeah, we're very sorry to hear that. Cheers to you, Cook. Thanks for greeting us every time we walked into your record store.
You made him buy a lot of stuff. You did a good job for your dad.
I bought treats that I kept in the Volkswagen specifically for Cookie because we were going to the record store so much.
We were going all the
time.
time.
I kept talking shit because I'd go in there buzzed.
He would go in there and look.
Like, I'm going to bring treats. He would
look for hours, and I'd sit outside with Cookie and just like talk to her. She was awesome.
Yep. I just saw her 2 days ago, man. It's weird to think she's gone.
We love you, Brandon.
Yep.
We know you lost a member of your family, so if you need anything.
The whole house did, man. That was like it's Bubba, Whaler, and Cookie. As soon as I said Whaler, I looked at the Bob Marley book. That was weird. But yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, man. Coronavirus, Kobe Bryant, Cookie, Pop's birthday. It's a pretty
Your Papa's 100th birthday was the other day.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah, man. Heavy. It's a heavy podcast, man.
Yeah.
Also, failed to bring that up yesterday in the podcast that my great grandfather, my Papaw,
that's what
would have been 100 years old. I actually met him. He died when I was 6, and I have a few memories with him.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
You know who was one of my favorite people in your family was Uncle Dewey. The one time I got to meet him, he was just like
Uncle Doozers, man.
He sat by me at dinner. At lunch. And we were sitting next to each other.
He was such a cheetah.
He was
such a like slick, like
he was
sly, like
he was just checking on
so
me.
Cool, man.
He was like, "How's your meal, darling? Are you okay?" And just like he was just so sweet. I don't remember what he said. Something about like
boobs and bush.
Oh my god.
Knocked up. Boobs and bush. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I forgot there were boobies in this movie. Yeah. We were talking about Uncle Dewey.
But you're Katherine Heigl in that movie. Like I'm Seth Rogen and you're Katherine Heigl. You're like helping me do my stupid shit. Like I said, you're my Kalila and I'm Bobby.
Except Katherine Heigl, she.
Shout out Uncle Dewey, by the way. We're gonna come. Yeah, we're gonna circle back around to that. We love you. We miss you.
I wish Katherine Heigl had a better reputation in Hollywood.
Whatever. Who gives a shit?
I know it doesn't matter, but it's like she seems a lot like her characters, but like in real life, and it's like she's always a tight ass and kind of like tight butthole. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she does seem kind of like tight butthole, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Hey, when that dishwasher kicks back on, remind me to go turn it off. Okay. I shot like 4 or 5 minutes with it running the other day, and I was like, fucking thing. I said, if it's Jeff making a smoothie, watching a movie, olive raisin hell, or the dishwasher timer going off, I can't shoot a fucking podcast the 1 hour a day.
Yeah.
I choose that. That's what I get. Man, I can't believe it's already February. Feels like Christmas just happened.
No, I said that the other day, but the people I said it to didn't have kids, so I don't think they understood what I was saying. Because I was like, yo, I can't believe it. Like, after the kids, it's just like daily life over and over and over again, and then you blink, and then 6 months later, and you're like, how the hell was it just Christmas?
Boom, just like that.
Yeah. No.
By the way, why haven't you been playing your guitar?
I thought about that today. I do play my guitar when you're at work.
Do you?
Yeah. And then I just put it up. But sometimes I can't reach it. It's so weird. It's like if the little thing that it hangs on isn't just right, I can't hang it up comfortably. Because if it doesn't hang right, I'm not going to.
I'll lower it so you can access it better.
Yeah.
Well, at the time when I hung it, we didn't have Aunt Edna's record player.
Yeah. So
it was to keep away from baby hands.
Yeah.
All right, hey, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, refill our glasses, and... Okay, welcome back. Wish we had more sponsors and promo codes to offer in between our little breaks, but soon. Soon.
So we're going to Birmingham next Saturday. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Filming my movie next Saturday.
Cheers to your movie, baby.
I hope it's great.
You've been waiting on this for like 6 months.
I'm so excited. So excited.
My name is Araya.
So excited.
There's a Facebook page. Go to your search bar on Facebook, type in my name is Araya. Arya.
That's the one that comes up?
They're shooting in Birmingham next weekend. It's their first shooting. And yeah.
Well, the first part is
tell us about it.
Yeah,
give us all the details and shit.
Well, we're gonna shoot like a few select scenes next Saturday, and then we're going to put together a sizzle reel, which is basically like a trailer for a movie. And then we still have some investors to get. So if you want to give money, we're looking for investors still. But it's,
to be correct, then you'll have all the investors, but some people pulled out.
Not really allowed to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, due to some complications, we still have some money that's to be made up for. But I think it'll work out. I mean, the story basically sells itself. And I think that once we have things on camera, the hardest part for them has been getting me there. So it's like they haven't wanted to book me without knowing that, everyone that needs to be involved, every part of filming, every part of like all the effects and things that we need, coordinating everyone has kind of been a problem. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be great. I think also I want to say this because I feel like I have to. I probably won't have time to reach out to people. I've had some people tell me that they want to hang out
when you're up there
and
shooting?
Stuff. Yes, because it's like since I'm shooting one day first, and then we have a remaining 5 days that we're going to shoot. It's like if the 5 days end up being consecutive, then yes, I may have some downtime, maybe able to like grab dinner with someone. But it's like I have 12-hour days that we're going to shoot, and then that'll be every day for shooting. So it's like, yes, I want to see you. Thanksgiving, Christmas, times when we're up there for time. Like,
don't take it personal.
Yes, that's when I want to. Like, that's when I need to see you. But yeah, can we grab?
Well, I mean, you have to be like in the zone for this. You have to be.
Also getting into character, like catching up with you for like an hour and then trying to go back and get into character, I think would make it harder. Same reason why you and the kids won't be on set is because I need to just be Araya.
I mean, I know you're not a method actor, but I'm sure some sort of method acting needs to pass through the front of your brain.
I think
during
acting,
that type of role.
I think. Well, I don't think I'm a method actor as in like the crown term of method acting, but I think that is the way that I act. I did like go to classes and have things like that, but I think I'm very much.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I think my acting method is very method acting. I need time. That's why I think sometimes I have to do so many takes of things whenever I'm just like breaking. The kids are in here that I can hear them, and like if I can't break away from like being their mom for 5 minutes, and when I film things, I'm still very much just like, hey, I'm Jess, and it's like.
Well, that's something that people need to understand about us, that they. Like, we don't have babysitters, like, on call for our kids. We fit in everything that we do in between basically our sleep time or nap time.
Yeah.
We utilize every hour that we have to either nap, create, take photos, read scripts, whatever it may be.
Like self-tape.
Write music. Yeah, do whatever it is, man. Those are the times we have to.
And it's minutes.
Hop
Sometimes
on, dude. We have to hump the fuck out of those hours,
Someone, like one of my friends, Sarah and I always have conversations about that. Because some days it'll be like 2 or 3 days before we get back to each other. And Sarah Herring, I love you. But it'll be 2 or 3 days. But she has 2 boys and I have a boy and a girl. And so she gets it. Like sometimes, all the little windows that you have, you don't just jump straight to your phone to communicate with people. Like you have things that you have set up, like queued up, ready to go. As soon as you have a free moment, you're like, I need to do this, whether it's pluck your eyebrows, self-tape, like something. There's always something that you need to do. Yeah. So yeah, it's
kind of no, I mean, it's not like 100% like how it is for me, but I feel a little bit.
That's kind of how it is for me. Plus, I'm forgetful as shit, so if I don't ever text you back, sometimes I'll see it and I'll be like, I need to text you.
She is very forgetful as shit.
He knows. Even I don't text him back sometimes because I forget. But Not because you're not important. Clearly, look at him. We're married 10 years. He's important, but I forget. We're coming up on 10 years.
10 years?
10 years, and
10
you're
years.
still breathing. Haven't killed you yet.
Yeah. 10 years, man. It's been a good 10 years. It's been a long ride. I love
Still
you.
going.
Yeah. I love you.
Love you.
Do you?
Shut up.
Do you love me?
I would have choked you out 4 years ago. If that was
I know you love me. You know, she really is a great wife. She treats me well. She cooks for me mostly every night. She's a good wife.
I'm messy, but it hasn't kicked me out yet.
Yeah, you're messy, but yeah, well, I wasn't even going to bring that up. I was just going to say I'm petty about a few things, but for the most part, it's been a nice decade. It's been the best decade of my life. I've had 3 decades in my life, and this is the best one. So, cheers to that, right? Hey, lighter note, like I said last night, I'm really glad that Olip's getting better.
Me too. I have to tell the story because it's on my mind.
Okay.
So when Tyler and I met, he lived with a girl named Stephanie.
Oh, yeah. This is a great story.
Okay. He lived with a girl named Stephanie, and then I moved in, and Stephanie was like his big sister, basically, and it took a little warming up.
We were totally friends. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't weird.
Yeah. But when I first moved in, Stephanie...
No hand holding. No sharing a bed.
No. When I first moved in, she was like, if you break his heart, I'm going to kick your ass. And I was like, it's cool. I'm not. Like, I wasn't. And I'm not. But after, like, living there for a week or two, after we would hang out while he was at work, he came home one day and he was like, so is Stephanie, like, your friend now? She's not even my friend. And eventually, before we moved out, she was like, I want you to know that I said that to you, but I think I would kick his ass if he broke your heart. So there's that. So
shout out to Stephanie. We miss you. We love you.
We love you. We know that, like, having babies and stuff is the only reason why we all don't talk that much anymore.
She has babies.
No, I know.
She has babies.
Yeah,
I know, but they don't.
Yes. She has a little girl, and she's beautiful. But so flash forward, the girl that worked with me found a better job, and she decided to move on. So then we put out, and we got, like, 200 and something applications in a couple of weeks, and we were so excited. And so his mom, that's my boss, started sifting through the applications, and this is at my desk job at a glass company. And as she's going through the applications, she gets this one that's like, she narrows it down to basically 5 after she's gone through a certain number, and she's like, I have to at least call these people and then I'll keep going. And so she got to this one, and we both like really liked this application, so she called her, and the girl answered the phone. She was super excited and so sweet. And she came in and we interviewed like quite a few people. And then we gave her the job. Well, she started her job on a Friday. That next like night at like 9 o'clock, I got a text from the girl that had started, and it said, oh my God, some crazy shit went down. You're never going to believe like what I just found out. And I was like, what is this? What's going to happen? But I saw it when I woke up in the middle of the night because I went to bed like a grandma that night, and then I went back to sleep. So the next morning when I got up, I messaged her back and I was like, hey girl, like what's going on? And she told me that Stephanie, his roommate, is her sister. What?
Yeah.
Like what?
Mind you, this all happened in Montgomery. We're down in the Pensacola area now. So it's like...
What are the odds? Like
4 hours from...
Yeah, they had just moved down here. Her and her husband and her kids.
Crazy, man. Small world, right?
Like, out of all of those applications, the one that we hire is Stephanie's sister.
And I knew when you introduced me to her, I was like, I've seen her before.
He did tell me. He was like... and he gave me this, like, vague...
I thought it was because I thought it was high school, because I was trying to dig for my memory on that.
No, and I get that. Like, sometimes through timelines, I can remember scenarios, but
I'll be 32 this year. I've done a lot of shit.
No.
Go ahead.
But it's like, yeah. No, he told me, like, a specific scenario. I told her that same scenario, and she was like, yeah, like, he took me, like, him and Stephanie took me home after something, and...
Something like that. It was like a party or something like that. That's how it happened.
It's crazy.
Good times, man.
But even she says, she's like, I'm just like, it was meant to be. Like, we were meant to hire you. Because she and Stephanie are so similar in the way that you can just, like, say nothing. Say everything. They just talk or not talk, and it's just comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, people's vibes are, like, being comfortable. Yeah. It's like, what I don't like is when I feel like I'm being quiet because I'm trying to work, and then people think that I'm
being a jerk.
Yeah, because like
being tight butthole.
Every time the phone rings at my work, it's like everyone asks for me. And after her first day, she was like, "Holy shit! Like, how do you talk to this many people?" And I'm like,
"Yeah, dude, your job really is like hectic."
And they expect me to remember every detail of everything. And she was like, "I don't know how you do it." And so like at the end of the day, like she's so sweet. She'll be like, "You did a great job today." She's like, "I don't know how you do it, but you did a great job." And
That's amazing.
Oh my God, I love you. You're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think she'd be okay with saying her name? I mean, I have to say her full name.
Yeah, her name is Jennifer, and she's
Jennifer.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Jennifer and Stephanie.
2 great sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah. But small world. That was my whole point of that. Right? Is the 6 degrees, like, I didn't hear about 6 degrees of separation until your mom started telling me about it.
How it happens.
How it happens, especially down here, because we live on an island. So people that live down here never leave. The 6 degrees of separation usually ends up with, like, someone ends up 30 years down the road marrying someone else's husband, but it's just because everyone's gotten divorced and then the matched up ends up being the 6 degrees.
You've been in the middle of that a few times for work purposes.
Yeah, but we won't bring it up.
Oh, I know that. We don't have to bring that up.
Yeah.
So you're well experienced in that.
Yeah, but it's like people who your kids play ball with now, if you never leave this place, which we probably will.
Yeah.
But if people who stay there their whole lives, like your kids play ball with these people's kids, and like you're all friends, and then eventually all y'all end up divorced at the same bar, and it's like, what, y'all are partying like teenagers?
Well, I've already relieved that we're looking for other places to live. You know, see, she doesn't watch the podcast unless she's in it. She doesn't watch the podcast. But anyway, I brought up
to be
us
true,
moving.
I have like probably 15 to 20 minutes to myself.
And also, she's been in the vlogs. She's been watching me do this whole YouTube endeavor since 2017, and it's 2020 now. So you're kind of just numb to having a camera in your face. You don't know what's posted, if it's going to get posted, where it's going to end up, the podcast, the vlog, my story, or my Instagram, anything like that. Am I right though?
But also, give me kudos. Any spare time I get, I have been studying my script.
That's true. Now, I'm not saying you have to, look, I'm not implying anything.
No, I know.
I'm just saying that's just how it is.
I haven't been watching it because I don't care. I haven't been watching it.
If you shot more than 2 or 3 movies a year, I'd probably get them mixed up a little bit and call one movie the other movie.
I've been trying to study.
I get it mixed up with your photographers all the time.
We've been talking about Instagram lately and like stuff like that. And it's like, he's like, "Did you see this post?" I'm like, I literally try to pick up my script whenever I have a moment.
Well, look, you make me seem like a fucking social media
No. Or, you know,
titty sucker.
But that's
like I'm just on social media all the time.
Well, normally social media really is like a topic of conversation. You and I will be like, "Did you see this or this?" Or we'll send it to each other. Or
yeah, that's true.
Most of the time he'll send me stuff because he wants me to see it. And then he'll be like, "Hey, did you see what I sent you?" And I'll be like, "No." Like, I didn't have a second yet. And like, well, or I send him funny stuff.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily in my mind such a sullen situation. It's not so sad and like, I don't think it's like that.
No,
I think
it's doing that. I wasn't doing that.
Yeah, you were.
I wasn't.
You was sad.
Well, it does
you made it seem like, no, I haven't seen it yet. Like I'm doing normal shit.
No, it makes you
It's like, well, whatever. Sorry, I had I had 30 minutes to myself.
No, I send you funny, stupid stuff that I think they'll make you laugh.
I know.
But I was just, not sullen. It's just like I do kind of feel like sometimes I miss out on stuff, and then when you go to tell me about it, it's like, shit, I should have watched that, but I didn't know I had it, and then I kind of feel guilty because I'm like, he felt like sending you something, you didn't watch it, but it.
Well, I mean, I have felt like that before, but I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, now I have 7 days to crack down and get what I need to get.
Get on your script.
Shit.
Get on your script.
You have to keep me from getting nervous. Like, that's your job.
I think once you get there and you realize you don't know anyone there, you won't have anyone to impress, because it's like, I don't know any of these people personally. I don't know any of these people's backstories or anything like that. Look, she looks like Danae. That's crazy, right? Or Zoe. Anyway.
A mixture of them both together.
Yeah.
Oddly.
But, yeah, no, once you realize that you don't know anyone there, so you have no one to impress and no one to like look at you or make you feel nervous, you'll be like, I'm basically in a room by myself. I can knock this.
Yeah.
I can knock this roll out, because as far as they know, you're the best actress in the room.
Yeah.
Because they've never seen your work.
Yeah.
So be the best actress in the room.
Well, it's never really.
You know, but wait, there's no reason to get nervous. I mean, yeah, I get the jitters or whatever. I understand. You know, getting the jitters is going to be, I've definitely been there with that. But don't get nervous. Don't get like tense nerves. You know what I mean? Because you don't know anyone there.
Well, then you act weird on camera, but it's never really for me.
Exactly.
Like, it's not about acting weird around other people. It's about just like, to me, it's like I can intimidate myself out of something by like saying, can you live up to the expectation, period. Like, in a broad spectrum, like, can you live up to like what is expected of you? Like, they're expecting this from you. Like, can you deliver it? And then I start to get nervous. And so it's like, it used to be like when I filmed my first movie, you saw it. It's like, I did not camera well at all. Like, I was so nervous when they put that big ass camera there. Like, I think the first 3 takes they took of it, my face was beet red. I could feel the blood going to it because I was just
well, it also didn't help that your director and producer was not very inviting.
They were not personable at all. It helps that Steve and I have talked like literally for 6 months every day. So like now I feel like when I get on set, he's going to talk to me the same way that we talk every day. And then like he's going to direct me the same way. But that guy and I had zero relationship. Like, my FaceTime audition was the only time that we had spoken.
He seemed like he just hired you simply because you're extremely good looking.
I was in a horror movie that was called...
Where now you got this role because of talent.
Talent. I say humbly. But I think that this time...
Just comparing the two.
Well, yeah. No, I think that also this time... Since that movie, I realized I was so not prepared that with this film, I was like, or actually,
you gotta tighten your shoes a little bit.
Well, no, after that movie, I kind of set it back down. I set acting back down because I was like, you're not ready. And so I did so many photo shoots after that it almost became like my photo shoots, I was acting between like outfits and like what it became. It was like I was embodying characters, but I wasn't like acting. And so then I started looking into like auditions, and I started like seeking out like, okay, like what's auditioning. And then somehow the audition for Cold got passed in front of me. I think it was Alabama Filmmakers, like on Facebook. I saw it, and that's how me and Steve started talking, is I saw that audition and I was like,
so you got linked through Cold to My Name is Araya?
Yeah.
That's what
I auditioned for Cold, and I told you, it was like a very Valley girl, like she's just there. That's how I got Cold, was that was my first audition, but I didn't get that role until after I got My Name is Araya. So I auditioned for Cold, and then he said in that same day, after I'd filmed 4 or 5 times and sent it to him, he was like, why don't you try this and let's just see how it goes. And then he said, no one's ever got this, don't be upset. So I did that and sent him like 3 right before I left work, like at 4:30, and then the next day I did it again, and the next day I did it again, and then he said, I think we want you for Araya. And then that kind of played out that way, but I didn't really hear about Cold until like a month later. He told me, he was like, we want you also to be in Cold. But the part about
awesome.
The part about Cold that's crazy is it's unscripted. There's no script. Like the whole movie is improv. The whole movie is like.
Well, Didn't you say it's only got like 3 different shots and scenes?
No.
As far as like.
It's like there's gonna be
location.
Like beginning there's like a bar, like things happen, but these 2 girls get trapped in an RV in a blizzard, in a snowstorm. They get like completely snowed in. All their things are outside. Their RV obviously won't work because it's under the ice, and so they're just like on the brink of death together and like have to work that out. But
they're in a bar?
Well, they start out they're just.
But they're in an RV.
Getting ready to go on their trip.
Gotcha.
And they get in their trip and they go. But like it's a kind of a sequel to Ocean, which is 2 girls that are out on the town. They end up taking a boat out, but then they get stranded on this boat for I think it's 2 weeks. It's supposed to be that they get stranded on a boat in the middle of the ocean. He has no idea what he said.
Yeah. Just gotta come in at 5:30.
I know. I want to come in now because no one else is outside.
Okay. All right, we'll be quiet. I love you. Hey, look, 33.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, you were saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, but it's just like, he basically said for Cold, it's like, I'll give you direction in scenes. Like, I'll tell you what direction we're headed, and then you guys are just gonna, like, figure it out. Just work it out. Just have a normal conversation based on the circumstances, and then just see, like, what comes out of it. And it's just like, I was just telling you, and that's kind of, but My Name is Raya, it's kind of the same
That's
way.
wild, though. I didn't know you got My Name is Araya through Cold.
Yeah. I auditioned for Cold first.
Damn. Didn't even know.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see these movies when you get done with them.
I'm really excited that My Name is
They're gonna be
Raya is
great.
an action film. Like,
They're going to be
I've
great.
always
I mean, they're really going to be, like, these scripts are exactly what you've been asking for. When
Yeah.
you said you were like, if I'm going to act, I want to do something like this. But, you know, you've been beating yourself up over this Steve gentleman who's producing these movies. Steve Moon is his name?
Yeah.
Steve Moon. You know, but you also have to realize that he's probably not going to use you after this.
Yeah.
Because you'll have two. Okay, so apologies on that. We had to cut conversation a little short. We had some children that needed a little bit of attention. So with that said, what we're going to do is close this podcast out. We appreciate you guys coming to the vlog. Again, there I go. I see I did it again. That's the third time I've done that in these podcasts. Thank you guys for coming to the podcast. We will talk further on My Name is Araya and Cold. We'll definitely keep you guys posted on that. If you guys are interested in keeping up with Jessica and her journey with that, we will leave a link in description to the Facebook page for My Name is Araya. Unless you can work your own thumbs and just go to the fucking little magnifying glass on Facebook and type in My Name is Araya. Either or, to everybody that I brought up in this podcast, happy birthday, Pop. Miss you. Happy birthday, Papaw. We miss you. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. It's an awful tragedy. Coronavirus. Germ-X your hands. Wash your hands. Don't have strange people in your house. Yeah, man. But you guys take care of yourselves. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Take good care of yourself. Call your mom. Tell you love her. Still, the numbers keep going up. It's awesome, man. We appreciate all the love you've been giving us. Yeah, man. Podcasts will keep getting better. Content will keep getting better. Audio will keep getting better. But yeah, man, I gotta go be a dad. So I'm gonna sign off. Share and show your friends. We love you guys. Body Language Podcast, episode 14. Out.
If you love somebody enough, follow wherever they go. That's how I got to Memphis. That's how I got to Memphis.